Alright, so I've just received a ton of questions from fans all around the world, and I'm going to go through them now and give you answers. This question is from Joe from Tijuana. Do you have any advice for aspiring singers and songwriters? My advice is just to always push yourself, to work really hard, to never give up. As a songwriter, just keep writing songs and more songs, and as a performer and someone who wants to be a singer, just go out and get as many gigs as you can possibly get yourself, and never really give up. You know, if you believe in yourself, you can make anything happen. This question is from Jose from Mexico. Where does your inspiration for Abbey come from? My inspiration for my fashion line Abbey comes from my personal style. I pretty much am just designing for myself anything that I like or anything that I could possibly think that I would want to wear. I get a lot of inspiration through my travels, and in a lot of it, inspiration comes from Tokyo in Japan because fashion is crazy there, so I get a lot of cool ideas and inspiration. This question's from Paloma. How did you realize you wanted to be a singer? I don't know, I just always wanted to sing, and so it was a natural kind of passion of mine. Since I was like a little girl, I always just really liked singing, and whether it was in front of my parents or my friends or in my room by myself, that's kind of how it all started out, and then I started singing on stage and doing musicals, so just kind of was born that way. This question is from Tamara, and she is from Argentina, and her question is, what inspired you to write Goodbye Lullaby? Well, I've been writing for many years, and on Goodbye Lullaby, for this record, I wanted to make something that was a little more song-driven and raw, and more about just like focusing on me as a singer and the lyrics in the song and not hiding it all with a ton of, production. I wanted it to be more raw, and just that's about it. This question is from Olivia from Hannon. What is your favorite thing about Canadian Little Black Stars? On this Canadian tour, the Black Stars out in the audience have been so incredible. I think Canadians love music, and I think they're really warm people, and so they make for an excellent crowd. Bethany from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Her question is, how do you typically begin writing a song? Typically, I have no idea what I'm writing about, and I just either sit down at a piano and start playing, or a guitar and start strumming, and then as I come up with the chord progression, then kind of like a melody will just start and like lyrics fit into it, and then I kind of get my concept and go with it. Anna from England, her question is, how did your dad call you Abbey? So Abbey, which is a tattoo on my arm, was my nickname for my dad, and it's also what I called my fashion line. It was a street name. My dad used to work for a phone company, and it was like a kind of an area or a street name, and the sign said Abbey, and I don't know, it just kind of was one of those things that he just started calling me Abbey, and my friends always called me Abbey and Abbey, so just happened. Natasha from London is asking, out of all the songs you have written, which are your favorites? So I think my favorite one off my first record is I'm With You. It's a ballad. I like my song on my new record called Goodbye and Push, and I think Girlfriend's a lot of fun. This next question is from Michael from Astrakhan. What else do you want to achieve in your life, and what are your hobbies? I would like to do a movie, and make a 5th record. And I would like to just keep going with music and mend my clothing line and branching out even more. And I think it'd be fun to do like hair and makeup products. This next question is from Alexa from Junction City, Kansas. How do you stay in such great shape? You're gorgeous. Well, thank you. I stomp around and jump around on stage every night, and sometimes I like to do yoga, but it's hard to work out, especially when you're on the road. It's hard to find the time and the energy, because I'm kind of saving myself and all my energy for my concert every night. So just keeping busy and running around and being an active person in general. Lita from Moscow, her question is, what is your favorite color to wear? Black. This question is from Blythe from the UK, and it is, what music video has been the most fun to make? Complicated because it was my first one, and we had so many scenes, and I was like running around with my band, and we were like trashing them all, and just we did a lot. We shot a lot, and because it was my first one, it was really, really exciting. Next to that, Girlfriend, because that was a lot of fun too. I got to wear a red wig and a black wig and play pretty much 3 different people, myself, and then the mean girl, and then the preppy girl. This question is from Jason from St. Paul, and his question is, what is the hardest thing for you about touring and promoting for long periods of time? Do you get along well with your crew? I've never had a question like that before. Well, being out on the road and there's so many people, we all travel together for a very long time. Pretty much right now, my band and crew, it's been all year, a full year, and everyone gets along really good, really well, and we have fun, and you kind of form your own little family out here on the road. And but my crew on this tour, they're awesome. I love my band. Yeah. This question comes from Andressa from Brazil. How can you describe having Evan Taubenfeld with you on tour again after almost 7 years? Well, Evan was my first guitar player in my first band, and then he left and started his own musical career, and so we haven't been traveling together, but we've always, been really good friends and worked together in the studio. But this tour, Evan came out to open for me, and he also comes up on stage and we perform a couple songs together, and it's awesome. And he hangs out on my bus. Tori from Morton. How do you get your makeup to be so perfect? I don't do it. Mariano from Rio de Janeiro. If you could have a superpower, what would it be and why? I guess I always say that it'd be cool to fly. I don't know, I always have flying dreams. Who wouldn't want to fly? Lisa from Las Vegas is asking, what's your favorite song to perform and why? I like performing I'm With You, and I like performing my song Alice. And why? I really enjoy singing I'm With You. It was a really big song for me off my first record, and I feel like it's just a really powerful song. It's a song that never gets old to me. This question comes from Dinar from Jakarta, and it is, what's the next single from Goodbye Lullaby? The 3rd single from this record will be Wish You Were Here, which is a pop ballad, and I'm really excited about this song being a single because I really like this song. And you can check out the music video online. It's out there now. Marcella from Thunder Bay is asking, what kind of pets do you have and do you want to get? I don't have any pets, and I would like to get a dog, and I think I would get a black miniature schnauzer. Jenny from Edgewood is asking, why did you decide to take a break from the spotlight and do a clothing line? I don't really think I took that much of a break. I was making a record and I was on tour, and now I'm on tour. But I've been doing music for 10 years, and I started up Abbey, my fashion line, like 4 years ago, and it's just nice because it's another way for me to create, and I feel that fashion really, is a big part of music also, and they tie in together, and it's been super fun. This question comes from Aaron from Toronto. What is your favorite thing you look forward to doing while on tour? I guess the best part about being on tour is walking up on stage every night and seeing the audience, connecting with the fans, because there's so much that goes into a tour. You have a whole crew of people out here, everyone's working their asses off, and then it all comes down to the show and to the fans. Monica from Columbus, Georgia. Her question is, where would you like to travel that you have not yet? I would like to see the pyramids in Egypt. Kate from Toronto. Her question is, what is your favorite childhood TV show? Care Bears and Looney Tunes. This question is from Martin from Czech Republic. Where does the inspiration for your style come from? Well, my fashion style, I like to just wear a lot of black. Kind of go for like a whole casual, comfortable. My style is very Abbey, and Abbey is it's a rock and roll brand that I've created, and I like to have fun with my fashion because you can express yourself through your clothes and fun accessories. This question comes from Wells from Harrisburg, and it is, do you play any instruments besides guitar? Yes. I play the bass guitar, I play the drums, and I play the piano and the recorder. I play the tambourine, I play shakers, bongo drums. This question comes from Adam, and he is from Toronto, and the question is, what is your favorite thing to bring on tour with you? I bring my laptop and my phone so that I can keep in touch with my family and my friends, and I try to pack really light, and I like to cook when we're on the tour bus, so I have a crock pot to cook, and sometimes I bake, and so Rebecca from Guadalajara, her question is, if you haven't dedicated your life to music, what would you be doing? Something creative or active. I always liked sports, and I was into like hair, and maybe I would have been like a hairstylist or a makeup artist or a chef or something like that. Something where I didn't have to sit down. I can't sit still. Okay, this question is from Kate from Moscow, and her question is, what is your favorite city and why? I don't know if I can say what my favorite city is because I have like 4 of them. Rome, I guess, would be my favorite. And then I also really like Toronto and New York City and LA. Okay, this question is from Ashley from Chico, California. How often do you get to visit home? Like a couple times a year. I'm from Canada, and I live in Los Angeles, and I just kind of see my family around Christmas time, the holidays, stuff like that, so a few times a year. Tanya from Moscow wants to know, what is your favorite song from Goodbye Lullaby? My favorite song is the last track on the album. It's called Goodbye, which inspired the title Goodbye Lullaby. I wrote this song by myself and I produced it, and it's also a song that I was extremely vulnerable in, the most emotional song that I've ever written or performed, and that one's my favorite. This one here is from Rhonda from Ohio, and her question is, how have you grown as an artist since the beginning of your career? I've grown in many ways on my new album, Goodbye Lullaby. I wrote half of the record by myself. I produced 2 songs. I played more instruments on it, and whereas I typically usually just like co-write all my music, this time I pushed myself. I produced, and this is also my 4th world tour. So I feel that with every album and with every tour, I'm constantly learning more through my experiences. This one is from Jade from Sydney, and her question is, where is your favorite place to visit outside of America? And that definitely goes back to Italy. I love Europe, and I love the south of France. I want to thank you guys so much for all of your questions. It's really cool getting questions from fans all around the world. So thank you so much, and rock on.